Good afternoon and welcome along here to Glennon Brothers Pierce Park for this Ladies National Football League Division 3 game between Laois and Longford. Longford the home side here. On our left as your picture looks at them, and Longford had a good win here last week here in their home ground as well against Wicklow. Laois also had a win against Kildare, and we'll talk about that again, but both teams here coming on the back of a win really are in pole position. Whoever wins here today will be in pole position to remain focused on promotion. And the Longford side, firstly, to give you the team that will line out in goals is Rian McGrath. Rian is of course a minor player, the Kilove club girl. Katie Crawford from Mullinyochta is at 2. Leanne Keegan of Mostram is at 3, and at left full back is Ashleen Cosgrove of Longford Slashers. At number 5 in the right half back position is Michelle Noonan of Carrick-Edmond. Emer O'Brien of Longford Slashers is at 6 in centre half back, and Claire Farrell of Longford Slashers is at 7. In the centre of the field, Longford Slashers Grace Shannon will be partnered by Niamh Darcy of Clongish. In the half forward line, Aoife Darcy that's Niamh's sister from Clongish, will play at centre half forward, and she will be flanked by Emer Heaney of Ballymore on the right and Anna MacDonald of Killoe on the left. And at full forward is the captain of the side, Michelle Farrell from Columkill, and she will be flanked by Mostram's Louise Monaghan at number 13 and Sarah Shannon from Carrick-Edmond at number 15. Louise Monaghan getting her, I think it's her first start today. She came on as a sub last week. Now that's the Longford lineup. While the Laois lineup will have Shanna Hose, Emer Barry in the goals. Jenny McAvoy of Sarsfields is at number 2, while Amy Potts of St. Bridget's is at number 3, and at left corner back is Amy Kelly from St. Conleth's. Number 5, right half back is Rachel Williams from Sarsfields, while centre half back is Ellen Healy of Portlaoise. And then you have the captain of the side, Laura Nerney, at number 7, the Foxrock Cabinteely player. In the centre of the field, it's Fiona Dooley of Portlaoise, and she will be partnered by Jane Moore from St. Bridget's. So they're all an experienced quartet there, the last 4 I've mentioned. Anna Healy is last year's captain, and she's at number 10, and she plays her club football with Park Rathaneska. And Eva Galvin from St. Conleth's is at 11, and while there's a change from the team that was announced, and we just pause for a moment for the national anthem, but there's a change at 12. So there you have the strains of the national anthem, and I was just on at the half forward line for the Laois side, and so I was telling you that Anna Healy and Eva Galvin pick up the 10 and 11 spots, while the number 12 Iron Fitzpatrick from Park Rathaneska, but she will not be able to start today and is being rested, and she's replaced by Andrea Moran from Ballyrone. And so Andrea Moran will be wearing the number 24 jersey. She starts at left half forward. Mo Nerney from Timahoe is at top of the right. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald from Portlaoise is at full forward, and Alana Havel from St. Conleth's is at number 15. The referee today is Kevin Corcoran from County Mayo. And Kevin is looking around there to make sure everything's in place. The Laois girls are in their place, going into their places in any case, while Longford are still in the huddle down on our left-hand side here as we look at them. So they're getting together. As I said, the winner here will be in pole position. Both sides having a win in the group of 4. So there's 3 games. So next week, Longford will be away to Kildare, while Laois will take on Wicklow. So Longford and Laois here today. A win will see them in the promotion spots. There's top two go into the semi-finals for promotion. So we're about to have the throw in here in the Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 3 Round 2. Longford and Laois. And Kevin Corcoran has the ball at his foot. He stoops, he lifts, and the game is on. And it's Laois who are going to get on the attack. First here, a good tackle there going in there. Very good tackle there going in from the Longford centre back there. Emer O'Brien. Getting it way over there. It's Claire Farrell. Sending a long one in now. She looked for the danger woman, Michelle Farrell, the captain. Michelle takes on Amy Potts. Comes back out to try and get the shot. Well surrounded there by the Laois defence. Very well taken out there by Laois, and that's excellent defending. Coming out with the midfielders back there as well. Jane Moore back helping out. Laois crossed the midfield line now. Now it's Felicia's first attack, and coming out well there. Well, it was almost picked up there by Michelle Noonan, but here come Laois. Comes across here looking for Alana Havel. Can Alana get it up? She can't, but she's fouled. And Kevin Corcoran says that's a free in to Laois. And a real good chance now for the opening score of the game in this Midlands derby. The kicker will be Mo Nerney from Timahoe. Kicking from the left side, slightly less with the left foot, but makes no mistake. So a deserted Glennon Brothers Pierce Park, but it will not stop both sides putting in huge efforts. To kick out coming from Rianne McGrath, goes out far to the far sideline to Claire Farrell. Comes across there to Michelle Noonan, and Longford trying to work it out again now with Claire Farrell and getting it into a more central position now, and it's with the centre forward Aoife Darcy, the Clongish girl. Plays it, gets help from Emer O'Brien. And Claire Farrell again on the ball. Getting it forward there now for, is it Anna MacDonald? Grace Shannon. Grace Shannon, minor player as well. Very young star for Longford Slashers and Longford. And Longford now trying to get back on level terms, but that shot, that kick in is well read there by the captain of the Laois side, Laura Nerney. Laura getting it out the field, and good tackling going in there again. This one, good tackle by Sarah Shannon. The Carrick Edmonds Sarah gets it now to Michelle Farrell. Michelle has a look, thought about a shot from a long way out, and then had second thoughts about it. And Longford trying to work it in now. And now maybe the shot. Well blocked down, good blocking there by in the Laois defence. Comes back out there to Grace Shannon, having the shot from way out, but it stays out to the right and it stays wide. It's the first wide of the game for the Longford side. And kick out will come from Emer Barry in the Laois goal. And possession for the Laois girls, and now it's with Andrea Moran. Gets the help there from Anna Healy, and eventually coming down to Alana Havel, but this one can be read and picked out well there by Claire Farrell in the half back line for Longford. And Claire carries it right out, and she has Katie Crawford with her. Katie Crawford, an experienced player as well for Longford. Did spend some time in Australia, but it's fouled, and the free is to Laois. And Jane Moore was quick to take it, and eventually comes to Eva Galvin. Eva Galvin has Anna Healy with her, but decides to go it alone a little bit anyway. Now she gives it to Anna, and Anna Healy has a look up, tries to get it in towards the full forward line, but gets it to Alana Havel again. Alana Havel back outside to Andrea. Andrea gets it over here to Fiona Dooley, and Fiona Dooley, the midfielder, again hand passing it in, looking to get it into the shooter. The shooter is Alana Havel, and Alana sends it in, but Alana sends it to the left and wide, says the umpire. So the score remains 1 point to Laois, and no score to the home side yet. with about 4.5 minutes gone. Ball out to the fullback for Longford, Leanne Keegan, an experienced player from Mostram. Same club as the manager, Brian Noonan. And Leanne is fouled on her way out. And Leanne wins the free. Just inside, that's their own 45-metre line. And looking around there to take it, Grace Shannon looking for somebody. That's Katie Crawford was there, free for her for a moment. And ball could be lost here by Longford, very close to the sideline, but not so, says the referee. He awards the free, and a good ball into space there for Aisling Cosgrave to run on to there, and eventually there to Aoife Darcy. Sends a nice ball in there, looking again for Michelle Farrell. Michelle waits for somebody to come along, and coming along was Aisling Cosgrove, but now it's with Emer Heaney. Can Emer get the shot off? No, she can't, but maybe Louise Monaghan can, and Louise can get the shot off, but it stays out to the left and wide. Good pressure again from the Laois defence. There's nothing easy being going to be given to either sets of forwards from the tight, tough marking backs here from both sides, and especially Laois so far. So out it comes though to Fiona Dooley. Fiona Dooley under a bit of pressure, gets it away there to Amy Kelly, and Amy out to Lorna Ernie, the captain, and eventually it comes back there to Amy Kelly, working her way forward. Working her way forward there is Andrea Moran, and Andrea getting it in eventually into the Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Powerful player, Sarah Ann. Played camogie for Laois as well, and is back with the footballers this year. And it's Laois trying to work into that scoring zone and trying to get it to a shooter again, but the Longford defence are standing tough. Can there be a way through for Jane Moore? No, but it comes back out for a chance of a shot here from Andrea Moore. And no, it comes back again, and here's the shot coming from the number 13, Mo Narney. And Mo, who converted the free a little while ago, kicks this one to the right and wide. Another wide for the Laois team. And coming out now is another minor, Rianne McGrath, in the goals for Longford. Rianne having a look at her options. Just from the 13-metre line, sends the long one out into a bit of space, and well picked up out there. Niamh Darcy. And Longford now can come themselves for an attack, but the pass was just a little bit overcooked, and read well back in the Laois defence there. And it comes back out here, all the way out here to Andrea Moran was the player who was ready to take it, but here it comes, a dangerous ball now in towards the full forward line. They're always dangerous when they get in, and this is Mo Narney with another opportunity, and Mo has spurned that opportunity with the left foot. The angle became too tight for the left-footed kicker. She needs to be getting it probably over in the right side, in the right-hand side, to suit her left foot, as Rianne McGrath yet again weighs up the options. Longford break from the centre of the field. It looks like the fullback Leanne Keegan will be the player. She is the player to get it. Leanne plays a little couple of toe-to hands with it, despite the attentions of Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald is a great boost to this Laois team and to Donny Brennan, the manager. As Longford come up again the far side of the field there with Claire Farrell. And Claire Farrell has made great ground into Laois territory. She's made right up into the heart of the Laois defence and sends it across there to Louise Monaghan, getting it across. Again, the pass may be overcooked, but Longford are alert to it. And here comes Emer Heaney with the chance at the score, and Emer Heaney with the score for the Longford girls, and the sides are level after almost 9 minutes of play. So it's a point apiece, couple of wides apiece as well, as Emer Barry takes the kick out in this Lidl National Football League Division 3B game. 4 teams in the group. Top 2 make the semi-finals for promotion. So the winner here today is basically guaranteed to be in those semi-finals. So far, there's nothing between the sides, as Sarah Ann wins herself a free over there off Leanne Keegan. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald wins the free, and she'll leave it there, I'd say, for Mo Narney. Sarah Ann is calling for it, and Sarah Ann gets it and gives it back out to Moan Ernie. Back out now, and here it comes with Sarah Ann having the shot from away out on the right-hand side. Is it gone over the bar? It is gone over the bar. It's a good one. It's from the number 14. It's the full forward. It's Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Gets the score. It's 2 points to Laois. It's 1 to Longford. With just about 10 minutes gone, as Rianne McGrath comes yet again out to the ball in hand. Again, Longford go to the centre area of the field, and then they make a break, left and right, to give her the options. This one is read well, though, by Jane Moore. The complications were read well, and it comes to the centre half forward, Eva Galvin, and Eva Galvin accepts the present there and sends it in over the bar to open up a 2-point lead for the first time today. 2-point lead for the Laois girls after 10.5 minutes. And again, Longford, they go into a centre line, and then they make the breaks. A couple of them make the breaks to left and right to give Rianne the options there for a kick out. The ball breaking again in the centre. Again, this time it's Andrea Moore, and that was quicker to the break. And gets it now again. Is it Eva Galvin again with the shot and the point? And very good score there for the Laois girls. They're beginning to read the Longford kick out well, and they have been rewarded with Eva Galvin getting 2 points in a row to make it 4 points now to 1 in favour of the visiting side, Laois. And Rianne now looks again, and again, this time it's read again. This time it's read by Andrea Moore, and she's making an impression, tries to chip the goalkeeper, but she's happy enough with the point as well to get it, to make it into 5 points to 1 now for the visitors, Laois. Good score there coming from the girl wearing number 24, Andrea Moore, and certainly in the last few plays she has justified her selection. Ball this time won by Longford. It's the first kick out of 1 of 3. So they need to get a score back to get on the scoring sheet as well. And this girl has the 1 point that they have got, and that is Emer Heaney. Emer now getting it to Michelle Farrell. Michelle has a look, decides to have the shot off the outside of the right boot, but it stays out to the right, left and wide. It stays to the left and wide from Michelle, physical therapist. And the goalkeeper, Emer Barry, for Laois on the 13-metre line. Brings it out to Amy Kelly. Trying to work her way out there. Has help from midfielder Fiona Dooley. As Laois work it out, or try to work it out, and there's a hand held there, so the free is awarded, and it's taken out straight out to Eva Galvin. Eva, scorer of 2 points already, has a look, tries to get it into Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, and does so. Sarah Ann there has Andrea Moran there coming again to help out. A good hand in there from the Longford defence, but it's still picked up by the Laois girls on their attack now as they work it in to try and get to the shooting position. They're in a shooting position. It's with Moan Ernie on the left foot. Miss Moan Ernie has kicked her 2nd point of the day. It's Laois' 6th. 6 points to 1. The clock telling me roughly 13 minutes gone. And the number 13 is the scorer for Laois. And now Rianne McGrath again having a look out to see where am I going to go. Decides to go long. Goes very long and gets it out all the way there to Niamh Darcy. Again, Claire Farrell there is on hand to carry it forward and get it forward to Aoife Darcy. Aoife Darcy looks in and gives a long one in. Nicely picked up in there, Sarah Shannon. Has a look, tries to get it across there, looking for Michelle Farrell, but eventually it's picked a help. With the help there, it comes to Michelle through Louise Monaghan, and Michelle Farrell off the left foot sends it in and sends it over the bar. A badly needed score for the Longford side to try and stay in touch. This one scored by their captain, Michelle Farrell, after 14 minutes almost of play. And it's 2 points to 6. As Laois have the kick out taken and are on the attack. Yet again. Well, eventually almost overcooked, but eventually coming there to Annie Healy. Picked up now by the centre half back, Ellen Healy. And now sent forward there for this inside forward line of Alana Havel. And Eva Galvin making her way forward. Sending it in and sending it over. It's Eva Galvin, the number 11, yet again, with another score on her third point of the day to make it 7 points to 2 in favour of the Laois team. Eva Galvin now will be happy with her contribution in this first half. The first quarter is just the first quarter just comes to ticks into the 16th minute, and Claire Farrell collecting it there. Claire, the well-known nutritionist, gets it out to Grace Shannon, and Grace Shannon sends a right-footed kick in towards the right corner, but just too much on it for Emer Heaney to collect, and it goes out over the sideline and out for a line ball. Line ball taken over there. This one could go astray, and Michelle Farrell, can she capitalise on it? Michelle gets it out. And it gets the return. Again, thought about the shot with the left foot. She sends it into the engine room. And here's a chance for Longford, and it's sent over by Sarah Shannon. She was thinking of a goal, but to really get them back into it, get her side back into it. But she's happy with the point for the moment to make it 3 points to 7. But it was a good move. It all started, of course, from a mistake in the Laois defence, and there'll just be a pause now for a water break. So they're going to get their drink of water, and it was very, very sunny earlier on. The sun has just gone a little bit hidden behind the clouds here in Lennon Brothers Pierce Park. Not as warm maybe as it was yesterday, and from a playing point of view, that's probably a godsend, because they're able to just take a little bit of a breath there now. Maybe we'll take a little break, a drink of water ourselves if we could get it. So Kevin Corcoran is anxious to get proceedings back underway. Scoreboard reading 3 points to Longford, 7 points to Laois in this Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 3 Round 2 game here in Lennon Brothers Pierce Park. So Donny Brennan, while it's a water break, Donny Brennan, I'm sure, and Brian Noonan, the two managers, also taking the opportunity to get a couple of, maybe make a couple of switches. Personnel kick out was intercepted well there by the Longford players, but a chance perhaps spurned as the ball comes out for the Laois girls, and they are quickly turning defence into attack, looking for Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Leanne Keegan does well to get the better on this occasion of Sarah Ann. That's a fair battle between two excellent players, Sarah Ann Fitzgerald and the Longford fullback Leanne Keegan, both experienced players, but Sarah Ann is a big addition back for the Laois players, the Laois footballers this year. Now it's with Longford though as they come forward, and the chance of a shot here looks to be a little bit off centre, but it's collected in any case by Emer Barry. The shot coming in from Michelle Noonan there. Ball out the far side of the field now with Amy Kelly. Gets it out now to Fiona Dooley. Fiona Dooley all the way over to Anna Healy. Anna Healy in a central position now, getting it now to Rachel Williams over there, sending it down, and Claire Farrell looks to be the favourite there to collect it. Gets it back inside to Leanne, the full-back. Comes across from Claire Farrell to Grace Shannon. And now a nice ball across there, all the way across to Michelle Noonan. Michelle getting it in now, and well fielded by Michelle Farrell. Michelle Farrell thinks about the shot. Now she shoots off her right foot, but this time it stays out to the right and wide. Aoife Darcy was the player with an excellent pass there out to Michelle Noonan earlier, a little bit earlier in that move. It was a really well spotted pass there to open up the play. But Michelle Farrell just wasn't able to convert there for the Longford girls. Kick out comes now to the full-back here, Amy Potts from Emer Barry. Amy getting it out there to Eva Galvin. Eva Galvin, the in-form Eva Galvin. Eva turns and twists and gives it back to Jenny McAvoy. Way over the far side again, down the right flank. Laois will try and build, and Longford will try to repel, and Kevin Corcoran says that they are repelling illegally, so it's a free to the Laois girls. Comes across all the way to Jane Moore. And again, an intricate move with Fiona Dooley involved, and Jane, I think there's blocking off there, or holding on Jane Moore maybe, and the free is being awarded in any case, whether it's to Jane or to Fiona Dooley. It'll not make any difference to Mo Nerney as she comes along to try and take it just on the outside of the D. Difficult enough kick if she's going for it from this distance, but she looks as if she's going to have a rattle at it. Mo Nerney from Timahoe sends it in, but it's a little bit out of her distance on this occasion anyway, and Longford can carry it away with a fist pass out, but it's well read and intercepted well by Andrea Moran. And here comes Eva Galvin now. Eva Galvin sees Alana Havel. Chance of a goal here for Laois, and it is a goal for Laois, and Mo Nerney is the girl who finishes the move. Mo Nerney with the goal and puts the bit of daylight between the sides. 1 goal and 7, 10 points to 3. There's an injury as well to a Longford player. Emer O'Brien, I think it is, the centre half back. Just was a clash there a little earlier in the move, which led to that Laois goal. Big score. Emer is up and Emer's okay. And Rianne McGrath off the Killaloe club sends it out to the left, out to Claire Farrell. And Longford coming up the right wing. They need to get a score quickly they would like to anyway, get a score quickly to respond to the Laois goal. The game could be moving away from them. 10 points to 3, or 1-7 to 3 points is a decent lead for the Laois girls, but there's a long way to go. That score coming after 21 minutes, about the goal. And Emer O'Brien trying to work her way forward. She has with her and Emer Heaney. Emer trying to get it into the right corner to Louise Monaghan. Louise very close to the end line, manages to pick it up. Gets it back, he tries to get it inside, but again, Laois girls are back in numbers, in big numbers back, about 12 back there and in the defence, and they're able to get it up and work it out, and Anna Healy adds to that and gets it on all the way to Alana Havel. Alana, being marked there by Aisling Cosgrove, gets past Aisling and puts the accelerator on. Then she's forced to turn back because Aisling Cosgrove kept after her. Then along came Leanne Keegan, and the free out is awarded for overcarrying, and it's Longford who get the free, and it's taken all the way out here to Emer Heaney. Michelle Farrell is working her way out. She's away from her full forward berth. Looks to move maybe out to the centre half area, and here comes Claire Farrell again. She's putting in a big shift inside there to Anna MacDonald, who looks to may have moved in to the full forward line, and Anna's pass, or attempted pass, just goes astray. Here's Sarah Ann Fitzgerald as she moved out to the 40 as well for the Laois girls. Emer O'Brien trying to get the block on there, not doing so, and Laois hold on to possession, and they come in a line now, and here comes Eva Galvin arriving into the attack. Sends it now to Sarah Ann. Comes eventually there to Mo Nerney. Back to Eva. Now to Sarah Ann. Sarah Ann with the kick. Sarah Ann with the wide. And the score remains 1 goal and 7 to Laois. 3 points to the Longford girls. 10 points to 3. 24 minutes on the clock. Well, on my clock, I don't stop for the water break, so we'll probably have about 7 minutes left. as Leanne Keegan tries to drive Longford forward and get something going for her county. It's with Michelle Farrell now, who does likewise, puts a bit of pace into it. Here come Longford now. Can they get through there with Anna MacDonald getting a chance of a goal here? It's sent in, and a good save there. A very good save there by Emer Barry. There was power in it. Michelle Farrell with the shot. But it was a goal that would bring Longford back into it, and really it's a goal that they need, to the home side really do need, but because Laois have been in the ascendancy for quite some time in this game. But here they come again, seeking another score. It's with the impressive centre forward Eva Galvin. Now it's with the number 5 over there, Rachel Williams. And now to Alana Havel. Can Alana get the score off? No, Eva Galvin might. Now Sarah Ann Fitzgerald might get a goal here for the Laois team. It's to the left and wide though. She was bearing down on goal. She had the onion bag on her mind, but the final shot just let her down, and the score remains 10 points to 3, or 1 goal and 7 to 3 points. And that was a let off for Longford, because had Sarah Ann rattled the net there, it would be a long way back for the home side. No breeze of any description here to really to favour anybody in any case, so that won't make a whole pile of difference in the second half, as Longford tried to build themselves forward again. And Emer Heaney, the scorer at the first Longford point, trying to get things moving. Doing so with the help of Michelle Noonan. Well broken down there by the Laois cornerback Jenny McAvoy. Jenny McAvoy breaking it down and gets a little bit of help as well, and eventually gets the ball back herself there. And Jenny McAvoy will get the credit there and the plaudits for intercepting this Longford attack and getting one going for Laois themselves. It's with Alana Havel. It's on the 45 metre line there that you're looking at. Sends it in there to Mo Nerney. Mo on the left foot, thought about a shot and then gives it back to Alana. She thought about the shot, but the Longford defence have arrived in numbers, and there's a backup plan as such. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald though is there, and along comes the midfielder now, Fiona Dooley. Can she get the shot off? No, she can't, but maybe Alana Havel can. Maybe Mo Nerney can. Mo Nerney can get the shot away, and Mo keeps it to the right and keeps it to wide. Not intentionally, of course. And that was good defensive work there by the Longford girls. They really got back in numbers and fought hard to prevent the scoring opportunity for the Laois girls to keep the scoreboard at 1-7 to 3 points, as Rianne McGrath takes the kick out to Leanne. And good pressure being put on there. A lot of pressure being put on Leanne Keegan there by Eva Galvin, but Leanne eventually is able to get it out the field. She gets it out to Michelle Farrell. Michelle playing an awful lot deeper now than she had been, all the way over there to, looks like Claire Farrell, all the way over there, and Claire tries to send it in there to the full forward line, does so. And there's a little bit of a mix-up though in the attack, and Laois can regain possession there a little bit too easily for Brian Noonan's liking, I would say. And now Laois again can come back all the way back down here with Andrea Moran there making herself available and getting the ball, and gets it now to Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Sarah Ann won't dwell on the missed opportunity a moment ago. And here comes to the midfielder here now. It's Jane Moore getting it inside. Chance of a goal here. Alana Havel. Great save by Rianne McGrath. Brilliant save. She had to be brave, the youngster, and she was, to keep her side alive in this encounter. Absolutely brilliant save there by Rianne McGrath. She had to come out and be really brave there as Alana Havel was bearing down. And Laois now, for the second time in a few minutes, have spurned the opportunity of a goal to put the game almost beyond Longford, you would think, if they had got it. It's with Claire Farrell is over there working hard to get it, but doing Laura Nerney likewise for the Laois side, and it's Laois that have come up with possession all the way to Amy Potts. Amy looks around and has the midfielder for available there. That's Jane Moore, and Jane Moore to Eva Galvin, and Eva Galvin now back to Jane Moore, and Jane is a powerful runner there. Experience on her side as well. She looks in and she kicks it in, and she kicks a wonderful score there. The number 9, the midfielder for the Laois team, kicking the 8th point for the Laois side to go along with their goal. 1 goal and 8 to 3 points. And that coming there, just about 29 minutes on the clock. And now Longford will bring it forward to try and get a score to give them a little boost before half time, perhaps. Both these sides will play in the Intermediate Championship. As here come Longford with Michelle Farrell now. Is she going to kick off the right side? She is. She's kicking off the right foot, but this time it stays out to the right and stays wide. From Michelle Farrell. Kick out then, Emer Barry. Looks out, far side of the field, over to Rachel Williams. And tackling going on Rachel, and illegally so, says Kevin Corcoran. It's a free out. And Laois can lift the siege. Comes all the way out to Fiona Dooley there, burst her way out there. The midfielder getting it forward to Eva Galvin. Eva Galvin looks up and has Jane Moore for company. Jane Moore inside now. This is a promising looking move from the Laois girls, as they have done numerous times. This one sent in by Mo Nerney and sent over the bar by Mo Nerney. That was a lovely score. And Mo, buoyed up by her goal a few minutes ago. Well, it's 10 minutes ago. Makes it 12 points to 3. Or 1 goal and 9 to 3 points. As Longford now try to build again. And again, it's Eva Galvin is there to pick up the breaking ball for the Laois women. And she has put in a very, very good half. So has Mo Nerney. So too, indeed, has Fiona Dooley. And it's Sarah-Ann Fitzgerald trying to get back to and it comes eventually back here to Eva Galvin. Eva Galvin inside now to Alana Havel. And outside there's Anna Healy. Chance of a point here, a handy one here for Anna Healy. She makes it look easy. Anna Healy getting the 10th point there to go along with the goal. So there's 10 points between the sides. Longford under pressure here in their home ground. So there's the half-time score. Half-time whistle, and the half-time score is 1 goal and 10 points to Laois. It's 3 points to the home side, Longford. Longford with it all to do. Laois will be the happier side in for the half-time break. And Tony Brennan, I'm sure, won't have that many changes to make for the second half. He'll be happy with what he has, while the Longford management team have a little bit of repair work to do and a little bit of remedying to do. So for that, we'll leave it come back to us in a few minutes for the second half of this Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 3 tie, round 2 here in Lennon Brothers Pierce Park. 10.
And Healy.
Thank you very much indeed. Welcome back along here to Lennon Brothers Pierce Park for the second half of this Lidl Ladies National Football League Division 3 Round 2 tie between Laois and Longford. It's Laois who have the upper hand in the first half, very much so, and they lead by 10 points here, 1 goal and 10 to 3 points. Longford, the home side, with it all to do. Both sides are back on the field, as you can see, ready for action and ready to get things on their way, but sometimes you often hear referees and officials being given out about, but, well, the proof of the pudding is here today that you can't play a game without them, so we're waiting for Kevin Corcoran to come back, and Kevin is on his way back with his team of officials, and the win will be underway within the next couple of seconds, I suppose. 110, as I said, to 3 points, and there's one change on the Laois team, would you believe? No change, I believe, on the Longford team for the start of the second half. It's Orla Hennessy is in. Orla Hennessy will wear number 25, and Orla, she's I was described to me by somebody from Laois as one to watch. So Orla Hennessy, wearing number 25, is on the field instead of Anna Healy, wearing number 10. Anna, who scored 1 point in the first half, she has been rested for the second half, as Kevin Corcoran from County Mayo brings the ball to the centre of the field. And there is a sub on the Longford side as well. Looks like the number 26 is on for Longford, Kiva Lohan. I'm not sure who went off, but we'll wait for the announcement to tell us that, maybe. But in any case, Kevin Corcoran, the referee, is having a look. He's just setting his stopwatch. We'll do likewise. Off we go. Second half underway. Can Longford make a bit of a comeback? It's as I said, change on the Longford side there, with Kiva Lohan gone into centre field for Longford to try and get them going, and they did get on the attack, but it's Fiona Dooley who is able to clear the lines, and here comes Orla Hennessy. They said she was one to watch. She attacked straight away on her first move and looked as if she was fouled, but the referee said no, that she has been that she overcarried the ball, and the free is out to Longford. Does it look to me like Grace Shannon is the player that has had to make way. The underage star for Longford has been taken off, and for the second half, maybe we might see a sister of hers on in the second half as well at some stage. Cara, the older sister, maybe coming on at some stage in this half as well for the Longford team, but there's a little bit of running of repairs to be done, and when play resumes, it'll be a free out to the Longford team. 3 points to 110. It's an uphill battle for the home side, but one I'm sure, after the inspirational words from Brian Noonan, they are up for at this early stage of the second half. Whether that remains remains to be seen, as Rianne McGrath has the ball under her oxter there between the 20 and the 13 metre line. Just can't see which Laois player is injured there, but a bit of a leg injury, and they're hoping that should be able to continue and run off any would-be injury. Yeah. All the while, Rianne McGrath awaits. And indeed, it was Orla Hennessy who just started the second half, who picked up that bit of an injury early on. But she's okay to continue. And Aoife Darcy is on the move for the Longford side. The centre half forward sends it out here to the left hand side, out to Claire Farrell, and Claire, who handled a lot of ball in that first half, moves it forward and gets it forward there for Sarah Shannon, and Sarah sends it in, and Sarah sends it over. Sarah Shannon getting the first score, and important for Longford to get that first score off the half. And here comes Michelle Farrell now for Longford, now with Heaney. Anna looks up, sends it in from the right, but the shot was a little bit rushed. And stays out to the right and stays wide. Well, it is 4 points to 110. As Laois now try to work it out from their own defence. It's what we have we hold will be the Laois motto, I'm sure, in this second half. As Leanne, a great bit of competitiveness there between Leanne Keegan and Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, coming out shoulder to shoulder for the ball, and Leanne Keegan is the one who gets it, and indeed Kevin Corcoran thinks that Sarah Ann may have done something a little bit illegal by the strict letter of the law. Maybe she did, but it was good to see good competitiveness coming out in both girls. That's the sin bin. The sin bin for Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. So 10 minutes now in the bin for Sarah Ann, and it's down to 14. So Longford maybe with an opportunity. Can they capitalise on it? They need to do so because they are so far behind in this one. The Laois are going to get back in numbers, and why wouldn't they? Eva Galvin trying to get the tackle in, but the ball is in the full forward line for Longford. Sent across here, but it's asking an awful lot of Claire Farrell on this occasion. And back there is, I think it's the midfielder there, Jane Moore. Free out for the Laois team, down to 14 players, but they are 9 points ahead. As Jenny McAvoy clears her lines, but only to Longford hands, and those hands of Niamh Darcy, who instigates a move again now, all the way over there to Emer Heaney. Here comes that. Could Michelle Farrell rattle the net here? No, because the Laois girls are back in numbers, but she can, however, get a point, and to reduce the margin slightly. 5 points now for Longford, 13 to the Laois girls. 5 minutes gone in the second half here of the Lidl's National Football League Division 3 game, round 2 game, Laois and Longford here in Lennon Brothers Pierce Park. Perfect conditions for football, it has to be said. As the Laois kick out from Emer Barry goes astray, and Emer Heaney is the one who picks it up, and winning the free there was, let's see, certainly she went in between two players there. It's the number 13, Louise Monaghan, bravely went in there between two Laois girls in order to, and I think it would be fair to say to Louise, in order to win that free, and she bravely did so. And so a chance for Longford to perhaps reduce the deficit another slight little bit. It's Michelle Farrell. Michelle Farrell with the kick. She can kick with either foot, but her preferred option will be with the right. She sends it in. It's in the boiler house all right, but not able to get into the onion bag or over the bar, and out comes the Midlanders Laois with it, and it's Amy Kelly who carried it out for the Laois girls. Eva Galvin, scorer of 3 points in that first half, tries to tread one forward there for Orla Hennessy to run on to. Orla getting it back out now to Alana Havel. Alana Havel sending in a more central position now. A more central position for Andrea Moran. Andrea Moran goes forward, and there's a little tug on the jersey there. A little tug on a jersey by the Longford defence, and the free is awarded by Kevin Corcoran. And the free is awarded to Andrea Moran. And Mo Nerney will be the kicker. Mo with 1-3 behind her name already in this one. Out of the 110 for the Laois team. Here she comes now, just on the outside of the D. And she accuracy on it. She can get the distance, but she can't get the accuracy on this occasion. So still 1-3 behind Mo Nerney's name. Not a bad tally in any half of football. Rian McGrath comes again to have a look around, and Rian sends it out there. Longford with the extra player, but unable to find that extra player on this occasion, and forced to foul, and a free in to Laois. And while Laois are down to 14, they would love to play it in the Longford half of the field. Eva Galvin sends it on, and Orla Hennessy, brilliantly taken by Orla Hennessy. Chance of a goal here, and a save again by Rian McGrath to send it over the bar. And really, that was another one that had goal written all over it. It had goal written all over it. Orla Hennessy, what a take from a great pass as well. But Orla getting her name on the score sheet. She certainly was told she was one to watch, and she is. Now Longford may be making use of that extra player to be able to find one with the kick out, and it's Kiva Lohan. Kiva getting it out now to Niamh Darcy and trying to get things moving for the Longford girls again. They certainly coughed up a point there, but it could have been a goal as the ball is sent forward by Aoife Darcy to Michelle Farrell. Michelle thought about the point. Then she tried to thread it back in front, but it's well read there and collected by the Laois in the Laois defence, and Laois can turn defence into attack. It was good reading there by Lauren Ernie, the captain of the side. They're back in the heart of her own defence. And Laois working it out through the hands. Again, Orla Hennessy getting her hands on the ball, sending it forward to the lively corner forward, Alana Havel. But again, good tackling going in there, and a great rob back by the Longford girls. Great bit of defending there and a great bit of tackling, and it comes all the way down to the right half forward now in Emer Heaney. Emer scored a point, the opening point for Longford, and now to Michelle Farrell. Michelle again thought about the shot there, and again she tries to fist the pass in there and does so, and Longford winning a free. Winning the free, was it Niamh Darcy, midfielder? Perhaps in there again. Michelle Farrell trying to get that fist pass in, and getting so, and we'll have the chance now. No. Yeah, Aoife Darcy. Aoife Darcy here will take this free from the 13 metre line. Aoife should put it over, and Aoife Darcy does put it over. But Michelle Farrell was fouled. Longford gets 6 points on the board, make it 6 points to 14, or 111. Laois still down to 14 players, so Longford with that extra player at the moment. Looks like the centre half back, Emer or no, maybe it's the midfielder, Niamh Darcy. No, I think it's Emer O'Brien is the extra player for Longford at the moment, the centre half back. And Eva Galvin is trying to split between the full back and the centre back there. Now she comes out. Now it's Leanne Keegan, the full back, who's left as the Longford spare player in her own defence. 111 to 6 points. Laois with the free out in their own corner back position. Out to the captain of the side, Lauren Ernie. Laura hops it forward and makes a bit of ground. Looks up. Sees inside over to the right corner forward position. And picked up by the right corner forward, Mo Nerney. Mo with this trusty left foot. Could she get there and gets a little push and goes to ground and wins the free. But she went over a little bit awkwardly there, and she's in a little bit of pain there, is Mo Nerney. So she need a bit of attention. She got the little nudge and just fell awkwardly then, it would appear. And the referee is going to have a word with somebody, a couple of subs warming up there over the far side of the field. For Longford, I see three of them. Are the three of them going to come in? It looks like a trio switch there by Brian Noonan. He's ringing the changes. His side trailing by 14 points to 6, an 8-point deficit. So let's see who's coming in and who's going off, who's making way. Well, one who's making way I see is Anna MacDonald over there. She's making her way off. And Michelle Noonan, I think, is making her way off the wing half back, wing half forward and a wing half back. And didn't just see who came on, but we'll see. We'll hear in a moment. There's a Laois substitute coming in as well. Looks like number 21, Lee Tarpey. Lee Tarpey, Sarsfield's club player, and also described to me as one to watch and expect to see her in. She is in, Lee Tarpey. Into the forward line. So the change has been rang here in Pearse Park, Lennon Brothers Pearse Park, after 13 minutes of the second half. And here is the resultant free for Mo Nerney, and Mo sends it in, and Mo makes no mistake, and Mo sends it over and makes it 1-4 now behind her name, but more importantly, she will say 112 behind Laois's name, 112 to 6 points, 15 points to 6. Longford still up. The sin bin must be, I didn't see whether the sin bin was over, but it surely should be. And now it's Longford's coming forward. Oh, and it's just could be broken down. And good hard defensive work there. The centre half back Ellen Healy doing great work there for the Laois team, and getting her lines cleared. There was the Port Laois star getting it forward to the centre forward now, and forward is Eva Galvin. Eva looks up and sends it right footed into the full forward line, but coming and collecting it well there for Longford. Was it Katie Crawford comes out to one of the subs who came on. It was Katie Crawford that done excellently there a moment ago. Comes all the way out now. Longford again, they need a score quickly to respond to the last Laois point, with Aoife Darcy trying to engineer something to centre forward. Sends a left-footed shot in, but the favourite to get it is the number 2, Jenny McAvoy, for the Laois team, and Laois can build again. Coming out with the number 5, Rachel Williams. Rachel flying out the field, makes a good bit of ground. Out and all the way in again towards the full forward line. Is it into Leah Tarpey? Leah looks up, sends it in across to the full forward line. Is Mo Nerney on for another goal here? She shoots. Oh, great save again, brave and bold. Rian McGrath saves it again for Longford, and for about the third time Rian has saved a would-be goal for the Longford girls to keep them alive as such in this tie. But Laois are able to send it in and send it over the bar and get the point out of it. And let's see, who was it there? Alana Havel, was it, got the score? It makes it 113 now. 113 to 6. But again, the young Rian McGrath came to the rescue there of the Longford girls. As Longford tried to work their way out. Again, this one being well read there by the lovely athletic midfielder there, and she sends a long ball in there into Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, who's back on the field, and she lobs it in, and she drops it, going for the point. Looked as if she was going for the point. Maybe she'll tell after that she was going for the goal. It has gone into the net, and Rian McGrath has been beaten, this time by Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, who's back in from her sin binning, of course, and she gets the goal that could put the game beyond Longford, and Longford were trying to work their way in and had got 3 points there, but the last goal and 2 points now have been scored by Laois, as they have asserted their superiority in this particular tie, as Michelle Farrell, the captain of Longford, tries to work her way forward, thought about a shot and thinks a second time and then goes for the shot, and that is a very, very good score by the Longford captain Michelle Farrell, sending it in and sending it over. 7 points to 2 goals and 13 now for the Laois team. Emer Barry for Laois now looks out, gives a short one out, but a bit of pressure being asserted there, and ball goes out over the line for a line ball eventually, a line ball to Longford. It's the Cara Shannon. I did say we'd expect to see Cara on. Well, Cara is on, and Cara gets it back to Aoife Darcy. Aoife Darcy still has Cara with her. Cara Shannon back out to Claire Farrell. Claire Farrell looks in and gets it into a more central position. Driving forward there was Emer O'Brien. Getting it across there from Aoife Darcy again. And one of the subs in there, let's see in a moment. Emer Heaney, as Longford tried to work their way forward. Doing well there to get forward. Ball is sent in, but sent wide. We go for a water break. Let's have a look to see what numbers are on there. Maybe number 23 it looks like, is it? Ciara Mulligan is in as well. Cara Shannon is in. Eva Lohan is in since half time. I think there's a fourth. I didn't just hear any announcements. Ciara Healy is in for Anna MacDonald, I think. Cara Shannon is in for Niamh Darcy, and Ciara Mulligan for Michelle Noonan. I think there were the changes on the Longford side. And Orla Hennessy came in for Anna Healy earlier on. And it looks like Leah Tarpey came in there. I didn't see who Leah came in for, however. But it's Laois who have a commanding lead here in this round 2 tie, and it's Laois who, unless something disastrous happens to them in the last quarter, Laois will be very happy to go home and up the road today. I think it was Alana Havel looks to have been replaced there by Leah Torpy, and as I was saying there, it's Laois who will be going back up the road. Very happy that they are in the semi-finals of the promotion. Longford will have to go to Kildare next week and put in a big performance in order to progress in this division, and indeed to avoid relegation playoffs as well, for that matter. And before they look forward to the championship, intermediate championship, of course. Kick out coming from Emer Barry, all the way out to Fiona Dooley. Now out to another sub, Emily Mulhall. Now with Amy Kelly driving forward now. When you're a good bit up, you can drive forward. I suppose Orla Hennessy kicks the ball off the referee. Into the 4th and final quarter of the match. "19 points, plays 7. A 12-point lead as Longford makes another change. Lauren Maguire coming into the fold now. Another player down injured as Laois come on the attack yet again. Sarah Ann Fitzgerald, buoyed up by the chip in the goalkeeper a while ago for the goal. Sends one off the right boot. First times it right in and over the bar. Number 14 on her back. 2 goals and 14 points now for the Laois girls. 7 points to Longford. So a goal and a point there in the second half from Sarah Ann Fitzgerald.
Sorry, you come on there, Gina.
And a point in the first half. And so I think we've been told here that Orla Hennessy maybe has had to be replaced for Laois due to an injury she picked up probably straight away after coming in at half time. And I see that Aoife Curran is also on for the Laois team. Aoife Curran from St. Conleth's club, of course, based down in Port Arlington. A good few representatives on this panel. Players, as Emer O'Brien is getting attention here. Emer just got a bit of a bang there. And are they going to have to replace Emer? There's another sub coming in. Sorka Dawson making her way in. So Sorka, it looks like Emer O'Brien's day is over as well for Longford. Let's hope it's nothing serious, and that she'll be back for the Kildare game next week. Laois, of course, will have the game against Wicklow, but they can be in this more than likely are safe in the knowledge that they are already in the semi-finals before they play Wicklow. Wicklow and Kildare also playing today. Ball sent out into the centre of the field now for the Longford girls, and Ciara Mulligan trying to get things moving over there and sends it away out to the right hand side for Emer Heaney. She's fouled, so the advantage has been played, no advantage accruing, so we'll go back for the free, says Kevin Corcoran. Go back for the free, says Kevin Corcoran, and Longford will fight away. They'll fight to the end despite the huge disparity in the scoreline, 2-14 to 7 points. Coming out to kick it is Emer Heaney. Emer, who has tried and tried all day, looks up, tries to get things moving and gets them moving now. Takes the 1-2. Emer gets it across. And a nice chip there, sent in. And sent across with the left foot there by Lauren Maguire, I think it was in there. Lauren Maguire just missing out there on an opportunity to get the score. Thought about chipping Emer Barry, but just chipped out to the right and wide as Emer Barry takes the kick out, way out to the right to her left hand side, and what is well read and picked up there by the Longford girls, and again trying to get things going forward there fairly fast and sent in, and it's a free into Longford here in the right corner, and they won't be delaying or dilly-dallying about it at all in any way, shape, make or form. But they may have to wait. Just linesman comes in, and he's going to indicate where the kick is going to be taken from. I think it's the number 11, Aoife Darcy, is going to kick it. Aoife Darcy having a look from the right corner position. Difficult kick for a right-footed kicker, but she's trying to squeeze it in, and she does so. Sends it in and sends it over. Aoife Darcy converts the free for Longford. Getting their 8 points to go against the 2-14. And Emer Barry again weighs up her options. Another substitute coming on. I think it's Jenny McAvoy is going to be rested for the last few minutes of this encounter. 6 or 7 minutes left. And still they work hard there with Fiona Dooley. And she overcarries the ball eventually, says Kevin Corcoran. She'll feel a little bit hard done by maybe. But she was crowded out of it by the by tenacious Longford defending. All sent back into open space, not just going where it was intended, but still can be picked up and carried away. And again, Laois there doing well, getting the hand on it there was the number 27 there for Laois, Aoife Karan, who came on. Working using her fresh legs to get back there. Intercept the would-be pass. Comes across there to Ellen Healy. Ellen Healy looks up and sees that Aoife Karan has made a run up the right-hand side of the field. The run trying to be covered there by Claire Farrell. And Claire Farrell wins the free. And Claire takes the free kick straight away. Down there to Aoife Darcy. Aoife Darcy sends it across. Oh, brilliant defending here. A brilliant piece of defending by the Laois team, and it's sent forward by their midfielder, but it was the centre half back Ellen Healy who read the telegraph and read it well to intercept that would-be attack as Leanne Keegan tries to get them going again, tried to get Longford going again, and it's with Emer Heaney. Emer now inside to Aoife Darcy. Aoife Darcy sends it in with the right boot, but Aoife Darcy sends it to the right and wide. It's wide and the gap stays as it was at 12 points. 2 goals and 14 points, or 20 points to 8 for Laois and 8 Longford points. A 12-point gap, a big gap, and it has to be said it's a justifiable gap on the run of play. But Longford, to their credit, have kept plugging away and are trying their best to hang on to the coattails of this rampant Laois side. And here's one girl who has carried the fight all the while to the Laois team, and that is Claire Farrell. Claire uses her substitute there, Lauren Maguire. Lauren, it's blocked down, but it comes back to Claire Farrell, who has followed up the run. Now to Michelle Farrell, being bottled up again. Good defending, great defending by the Laois girls. 3-4 players eventually pushing her out and forcing the overcarry and forcing the foul and forcing the free to be awarded to the Laois team. Excellent defending there by the Laois girls, and they are being anchored well by Emer O'Brien. And Emer picks up the ball now to have a look around and weigh up her options. She's in a very happy position at this point in time, at 2-14 to 8-point lead. But the ball, though, this one not from Emer, but it's going to go astray, and Longford can pick it up and try and get it going with Ciara Mulligan. over the far side, but again Laois are hungry there to get on it and to get on the ball, and the referee has blown the whistle. It was Lauren Ernie, the captain there, who came out strong, and there might have been a trailing foot left in there, so it could be Emer Heaney, Heaney's in a little bit of bother with Kevin Corcoran. Kevin taking down the details. And he's indicating that the foot was left in. And a yellow card for Emer Heaney, one of Longford's better performers, so she will have to spend the remainder of the game in the bin, and Longford will finish, well, to certainly finish with no more than 14 in any case. Rebecca Balfe is in, and Andrea Moran is in, or off. Andrea Moran is off. Rebecca Balfe is in, I think. And here's Moan Ernie with a chance of a score, but it stays out to the left and wide, but you won't mind that. It's a dead ball, and it's forcing Longford back now into a kick-out situation. And it's Rianne McGrath again, who had some brilliant saves, the youngster, who will try and get things going for the Longford team again, as the changes are plenty now on both sides. And Leanne Keegan making herself available for the 14 players of Longford. Sent forward there now to Lauren Maguire. Lauren is lively since she came on, and Lauren. Hello. And I think there's maybe the number 12 came on there. Erone Fitzpatrick for the Laois side for Sarah Ann Fitzgerald. Ball forward though for Michelle Farrell for Longford. Again, the Laois players are back, and very impressive defensive and rear guard actions from Laois every time Longford get the ball. But Claire Farrell is unable to be stopped this time from getting a point, and Claire sends it in, or Michelle Farrell it is, who sends it in and sends it over, of course. Michelle, the captain of the side, sends it over, getting Longford's 9th point. 9 points now to 2-14, and a nice point there by Michelle Farrell. But the goal opportunity was prevented again by the instinctiveness of the Laois defence, getting back in numbers there to prevent any goal opportunity being capitalised on anyway by the Longford team. Here come Aoife Darcy though, trying again. She will try to still engineer another one. Gets it across to Lauren Maguire. Lauren was thinking about what she was going to do before she got it maybe, but she was able to recover and gets it back to Aoife Darcy, sent across the goals and fisted into the net by Michelle Farrell. So the goal did come for Longford, a well worked goal there. Aoife Darcy sending it across and finished to the net by the captain Michelle Farrell, to take the bad luck off it, as you might say. 1 goal and 9 points to 2 goals and 14. Well, that's debatable maybe. 1 goal and 9 to 2-14. Of course, there might come score difference, may well make a rear its ugly head before this whole division is sorted out. So the goal could be very much a thankful gift to Longford yet. Here comes Lauren Maguire. As I said, she has been lively since she comes on, runs in between two Laois players, forces the free, wins the free, and a chance for Longford to reduce the deficit a little bit more as Michelle Farrell comes out to weigh up her options. Will she try and send it in, or will she give it maybe to Aoife Darcy to kick it? I think she's going to leave it to Aoife. Yeah, Aoife Darcy will be the kicker. Dead straight in front of the posts. She's 26 or 27 metres out from that crossbar as she sends it in. And does she send it over? Oh, unfortunately she sent it to the left and sent it wide, and the score remains 1 goal and 9 to 2 goals and 14. The clock is telling me that the time should be more or less up. Whatever additional time Kevin Corcoran maybe, we don't have the benefit of the countdown clock here in Lennon Brothers Pierce Park. So my clock is telling me that there are 33 minutes have now elapsed since the ball was thrown in for the second half. Take the water break out of it. He's probably played only about a minute, may play about another minute, I would think, with addition of injury time or so. But it's Laois who are going to claim the honours here, as Longford though have kept fighting and battling away to their credit despite being so far behind and for a long period of this game. Here comes Claire Farrell sending it forward now. Claire Farrell sending it well forward there for Kira Healy and eventually Michelle Farrell, and Michelle Farrell gets the shot off, but this time it stays to the right and it stays wide. So referee having a look at watch that's on left hand and takes another look at the one on his right hand, and maybe he's going to blow the final whistle, and maybe he's going to say there's another little bit of time left. Kick out comes from Emer Barry all the way out there to Lauren Ernie, the captain of the side, still driving them on. Uses there Jane Moore for help and gets it back, and here she comes now driving into the heart of Eva Galvin now. Eva Galvin across here, chance of a goal here. Oh yes, a goal for Laois, and this one scored by Aoife Curran. It was a great sweeping move up the field, instigated and engineered really by the captain Lauren Ernie, and finished off then by Aoife Curran. Aoife Curran cancelling out Michelle Farrell's goal from a few moments ago. Aoife Curran with the goal for the Laois girls, making it 3 goals now and 14 points to 1 goal and 9. Did I say that the Longford goal put a bit of a respectability on the scoreline? Well, now the third goal for Laois has certainly usurped that particular statement as such, as Longford still battle away there in the forward line, and it comes to Aoife Darcy again, but again the player Laois back in numbers, but maybe Lauren Maguire can have a shot here, and that goes to the right and goes wide there. Lauren has had a couple of shots and she's been lively, she's come on, but the accuracy just letting her down there on a couple of occasions, and the score remains 3-14 to 1 goal and 9, and the clock telling me that there are 35 minutes gone since the ball was thrown in. Again Kevin Corcoran looks at the watch, this time the watch he blows the whistle, he has another look, and to Emer, he must be thinking it's nearly full time. He thinks it out, kicks it out, and he's going to allow play to continue again, and it's picked up again over there by Lauren Ernie. And here come Laois right yet again, and they're hungry for more success and more scores, and sends it forward though, and Rianne McGrath, who was unfortunate to concede 3 goals indeed, because she had made some really, really good saves. There is the final whistle. The final whistle there from Kevin Corcoran. So it's a victory for Laois in this round 2 of the Ladies Lidl National Football League Division 3 game, the round 2 game. It puts Laois in a really, really strong position for promotion as they go to play Wicklow next week. Longford, on the other hand, have a battle on their hands as they face an away game in Kildare to try and stay in the hunt for that promotion. But for the moment, thank you for joining us here, and thanks to Lidl for providing this opportunity for you to see the matches. Hopefully it won't be long until there'll be crowds back in at the games. It's 3 goals and 14 points here. It finished up for Laois, 1 goal and 9 for the Longford side. Thank you very much to Kevin Daly on camera, and to Raf back in the studio. For the moment, it's John Duffy saying farewell from Lennon Brothers Pierce Park.